All right. Today is the 19th of September 2018, and I'm the energy. How was my day? Yesterday, but before we go into this, fruitful errors. Give me the fruitful error anytime, full of seeds, bursting with its own corrections. You can keep your sterile truth to yourself by Wilfredo Pareto. Mr. 8020. Anyone? How was my day yesterday? I was sleeping in pretty long, and then I had some uneasy morning thoughts, and I was really getting into them, engaging with my thoughts. Then I had breakfast outdoors together with Grinna, and I had disconnect with her when it comes to planning the agenda. I again had one of these notices where I was observing a pattern of how I communicate with her, and I didn't want to move further, but really go into clarifying this pattern once and for all for good, or at least to a point where I'm more confident that I'm not making it harder for myself in the long run. And then I chose to agree with her when it comes to everybody working on her own. So me working on my own, her working on her own. And then I ordered the ID cards and put in the details. In the evening, I went to the Django meetup, and I had a nice time there, connecting with people and seeing how supportive the community is. Also, I went to a restaurant together with them, and they were all eating. And I didn't order food because it was not part of my my my. It's not what was in that restaurant is not in alignment with my nutritional plan, and I didn't want to make an exception yesterday. And so I didn't order any food, and then all of the people at the desk were invited. And I also found this, on the one hand, a bit challenging, like this, oh, I could have just gotten free food now, but I also didn't find it, I also like that I don't have to get free food, and it just doesn't make a difference really when it comes to, it's just a bias, it's just a craving from my past experiences. And so I did also laugh about it together with the person who invited the table by saying, am I invited too? And he knew that I didn't order anything. And I'm not sure if that was actually, like later on, I felt a bit weird for putting that comment out there like that, because I think that I didn't give, like right now when I think about it, it's my fantasy. I think that it's not very empathic to say something like that. Instead, what I would have, like what I now realize that I would have wanted to say instead, or what I want to add as a correction, update him maybe, is to say that I really appreciate the gesture now, knowing that if I would have ordered, he would have invited me. And at least that's what I think. And that appreciating the prospect of an invited dinner, which might be just as sweet as the actual dinner itself, in terms of gratitude. And that is, I think, more of how I want to respond to this in the future. And that is what my day was like yesterday. So what am I focusing on for today? Number one, on my outfits. So the suitcase over there is still empty, and I did pack it. I unpacked it, and now I want to repack it. But I also want to do it in a way where I am more confident that this kind of choice that I make is what I want to take with me. And then later on, so that's one thing, this my 7 outfits. The second one is, in general, the 27 Zen, which for me means taking care of the things, organizing things, scanning in the stacks of paper, I think I also mentioned yesterday. And last but not least, I want to work on my travel confidence. So these are my outcomes for today. And that's it from my side. I wish you a legendary day. As always, if you have some feedback, I'd love to hear it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you soon, because I believe that the best is yet to come.